Hi there, hope you're doing great today. What are the 5 steps to financial freedom? Is a question that we discuss quite often with partners and fellow investors, active or passive. But before we dive into our response to that question, just a quick reminder that our videos are for educational and entertainment purposes only and do not constitute tax, legal, or investment advice. So let's begin. What are the 5 steps towards financial freedom? And we'll use our personal or my own experience as an example. First and foremost, be very clear on the financial position you are starting from. What is your income or sources of income if you have multiple ones? What are your monthly expenses? Any other obligations that you have to meet, whether it's with loved ones or debt obligations? Take a good inventory of all of that. What is the money you have coming in? What is the money that you have going out on a monthly basis? And what are some future obligations that you will need to think about? And then craft a budget if you don't already have one, to ensure you are net positive, hopefully on a monthly basis, versus net negative. And if you are net negative, think about a way to slowly and gradually get to a positive number. Are there certain discretionary expenses that you can cut, for example, or are there additional income streams that you can create or bring either directly through you or your immediate family? And so once you have that position, is focusing on starting to save, especially if you're starting from a position where you don't have a ton of liquidity, which is the situation that we were in, or the situation I was in particular, as well as close people near and dear to me. So starting to save at least 10% of your income. Just set that money aside first and then act in your monthly spend accordingly. Very easy to get tempted with advertisements and comparing ourselves to the Joneses, but that's not always the best long-term approach if you're looking to build that financial security and independence. Paying off what I call bad debt, and by bad debt I mean is debt used to purchase or finance non-income producing assets. So credit card debt would be one example of that. Student debt would be one example of that. So looking to minimize that as quickly as possible is another step. And once you go through that period, once you have really good clarity on those numbers, you will also know what your freedom number is. Namely, what is it, the minimum amount of income that you need coming in every month to cover your basic expenses, your survival expenses for shelter, food, gas, utilities, and some other incidentals. And once you know that freedom number, start working towards it. Then determine what is the amount of investable capital that you will need to hit that target number based on a certain estimated projected return. And last but not least, get educated and start taking action, because nothing will happen if you don't take that very first step. But we always encourage people, and at least that was my own experience. I first got educated to figure out what type of investments I would like to invest in. For me, that was real estate, and focusing on creating multiple streams of income within the real estate world. For other people, those could be other alternatives, stocks and bonds, perhaps starting businesses or opening a franchise. There is a variety of income streams, doing consulting work, variety of income streams that one can create to slowly start building those streams or resources that can help you accumulate that investable cash, and then eventually start putting that towards higher return cash flowing, income generating investments. And then be patient. There's not a get rich quick scheme. That has not been our experience. We believe in slow and steady wins the race philosophy. So be patient. Just understand that that journey may take a few years. At least that was my case. And then enjoy the fruits of your labor once those distributions and income streams start pouring in, that you can then take and reinvest or use for whatever makes you happy and however you define personal and financial freedom. So we hope today's video was helpful, and if it was, please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you at the next one.